Hey guys, it's Scott with Scottie B Cards, and in this video, I'm going to look at the most expensive sale of each of the top 30 players in Major League Baseball. So I want to look at the most expensive card ever sold for each of the top 30 players in Major League Baseball and kind of rank them from the least expensive to the most expensive to give you an idea of how much money has been spent on each player. And some of the rankings actually might surprise you about who is ahead of who and what has happened. And so I just determined the top 30 based off of top 30 more so in the hobby than actually top 30 on performance. It kind of correlates, but if your favorite player is not on here, no worries. We can always discuss them in the comments after this video. So let's just jump into this. The very first player, we have Max Scherzer at number 30. And it might surprise you, but Max Scherzer's most expensive card ever sold that I could find, and all I did was for public sales that I actually found through Card Ladder. So this may not be perfect, but overall, it looks like the most expensive Max Scherzer card that I could see on Card Ladder was this 2008 Topps Chrome update. This is actually a box topper in Topps update. You got one rookie Chrome refractor, and I believe there's like 40 on the checklist. It took 40 hobby boxes to pull this card. And overall, it's a really tough card to gem just because of centering as well as corners and edges, because it wasn't a firm box topper. It was just like a little silver pack that I could bang around in. And so for that purpose, these go for quite a bit at $2,500. It also hurts Max Scherzer. He does not have a Bowman Chrome autograph, which is why you don't see that be the most expensive card for Max Scherzer. But overall, that is number 30. At number 29, we have Joey Votto. And I think one of these just sold, like this exact card or another PSA 10 gold just sold for slightly more. But up to this point for a paid public sale was this gold Joey Votto Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor PSA 10 for about $4,400. And he also does not have a Bowman Chrome autograph. And because of that, this is really his best rookie card. It depends on how you want to define the rookie card. The rookie logo came in 2008, but this was his first Bowman Chrome prospect card in a major set release that was nationwide. So for that purpose, people can view it as a rookie. And this is the best parallel. There is no other parallel that's lower numbered. There's no superfractor. It's just the gold out of 50. And so to get in a PSA 10 is why it's so expensive. But at the same time, the most expensive Joey Votto card ever sold for, in this case, is going to be $4,300, which is pretty crazy to think about. At number 28, we have Zach Greinke. This is the exact same situation as the Votto. He also was a rookie in 2002. He doesn't even have really rookie logos. He had some maybe in 2004 from not top sets. And so this really is the best Greinke card you can get. This is a PSA 10, very low pop, a very hard card to grade. There has not been a gold sale recently that I could find. And so this currently is the most expensive Zach Greinke card ever sold. At number 27, this card sold like 2 weeks ago. This is the Jose Altuve 2011 Bowman Chrome Superfractor 1 of 1. And this card, honestly, it looks great. I love the Superfractors from this year. The actual Bowman Chrome draft, I think this is draft, has this look. The actual Bowman Chrome, the regular version, is a white superfractor where everything is white and then it has a superfractor. I prefer that design, but overall, his superfractor sold for $7,400. Seems like a pretty great deal because Altuve does not have very many rookies. I think he is on a Hall of Fame path. You can debate with me in the comments about that. I'm not saying like I'm going to go out on a limb on it, but I think that he is on a Hall of Fame path as a second baseman, has tons of accolades and numbers. And so for that purpose, it seems like a pretty decent deal. At number 26, we have Paul Goldschmidt with a 2011 Bowman Chrome autograph red refractor out of 5. This is going to be a run of Bowman Chrome autographs that we're going to see for a little bit. It's a trend, obviously, with newer modern cards, and we can discuss if that's a good or a bad thing compared to past people like we can see with Joey Votto and Zach Greinke. But this Paul Goldschmidt, this is the red refractor. This is the BGS 9.510. This sold on April 9th, 2023 for $19,200. It makes you wonder if it would sell for less now because he didn't have a great 2023. It was fine. It just wasn't MVP caliber. And on top of that, it seems like the market slowed down a bit, but that is number 26. I also included the second most expensive card ever sold, which is this gold Bowman Chrome autograph. And this one's numbered to 50, PGS 10 for $6,600. At number 25, we have the Jose Ramirez 2014 Topps Chrome Superfractor autograph 1 of 1. He does not have a Bowman Chrome autograph, and so this literally is the best Jose Ramirez card in existence. And someone paid $20,000 for it in April of 2022. After that, we have Jacob deGrom, and this one I wanted to include because it's pretty crazy to see him go over Zach Greinke and other Hall of Famers because he's not really a Hall of Famer yet in my eyes. He hasn't been durable enough, and he's missed a lot of playing time. But this is an authentic patch 1 of 1 from National Treasures. He also has hardly any cards. He does not have a Bowman Chrome autograph, and you can see his Bowman Chrome Gold PSA 10 sold for about 10 grand on a best offer. That one's tough because it's an eBay best offer. It might not have been paid for. This was through Golden, and so it should have been paid for. Next up is going to be his one-of-one significant signatures, which sold for about $20,000 as well. At number 23, we have Corey Seager, and this one was a Golden Auctions in 2021. This is the Bowman Chrome Blue Refractor with a BGS 10 Black Label autograph and a Black Label card as well for the grade. This one sold for $24,000. The next closest sale went for $9,700 on eBay, and that was the Orange Refractor, and another Orange Refractor from Golden went for $9,600 about a year or 6 months earlier from that sale. So in 2021, Seager went for quite a bit. This was after the World Series MVP in 2020. People were excited about, Corey Seager playing with the Dodgers that year. And overall, that's why this card sold for what it did. At number 22, we have Carlos Correa with his 2013 Bowman Chrome Autograph Red Refractor out of 5. This is a PSA 10 and 25 grand for this card. Red Refractor out of 5. It's pretty crazy. It does not have the first Bowman designation, but it is a first Bowman. None of the 2013 autographs did. You'll see that with Judge later on this list as well. But this card went for a whopping $25,800, and that was less than a year ago. So I'd be interested to see what this card would go for today. At number 21, we have Justin Verlander. I'm personally surprised this didn't go for more, but this is his 2005 Bowman Chrome Autograph Red Refractor out of 5, and this one is a 9 grade with a 10 autograph from SGC, sold for $26,400. Gorgeous Red Refractor out of 5. This is really when Bowman Chrome autographs became how we know them today, with the colors and the dynamic that we know with blues and reds and superfractors and X-fractors were a thing here, but blues, reds, and golds were all around for this set, and this is a huge Justin Verlander card. The next closest sale was a gold refractor in May of 2021 for $9,000. At number 20, we have Manny Machado with a Topps Chrome Superfractor autograph. This one supposedly sold on eBay in 2022 for $30,000, best offer accepted. And then it went on auction for BWCC Premier for $21,600 about, 6 months later. And so this might not be accurate up here, but either way, I included it as such. That's what the sales data said to be accurate. But it went for between $21,000 and $30,000. Gorgeous looking card. I think this is one of the better Topps Chrome autographs I love the Orioles uniform. I think the black and orange looks great, especially with the border. But overall, this card is number 20. At number 19, we have Yordan Alvarez with the Red Refractor out of 5. This one sold about a year ago as well for $31,000. This is his red Bowman Chrome Auto, and we're seeing a trend with reds and superfractors, and that's going to continue. But this card is pretty great overall. I don't know if this would go for more or less today, just because of the way things have worked out for Yordan and the Astros, but either way, it's still a great card. At number 18, we have the Austin Riley 2015 Bowman Chrome Autograph Superfractor. This one sold for $33,600. I thought it was unique because within a few months prior, both through Golden, we saw his Topps Chrome Superfractor sell for about $15,000, about half of his Bowman Chrome autograph. But either way, gorgeous card. Austin Riley, he's really become a perennial MVP candidate, and that sounds dramatic, but he's been top 10 MVP voting, I think, 3 of the last 4 years. And on top of that, he's on the Braves stacked lineup. And this last year, out of all the Braves who had big years with Acuna and Ozzie Albies and Matt Olson, I think Austin Riley could have an even bigger year next year than he did this year. Everybody else, it'd be hard to repeat last year, but I think Austin Riley could take another step forward with his bat. And I think with Acuna and Matt Olson ahead of him, I think that he's going to have big numbers for years to come. At number 17, we have Nolan Arenado, and his most expensive card ever sold was a Red Refractor in April of 2023. Alongside that, Paul Goldschmidt. This one sold for $35,000, and it's a pretty big sale. But overall, I understand the desire for Arenado as a Rockies fan. He has, 10 gold gloves. He's finished top 10 MVP a few different times. Great Hall of Fame caliber player. That is number 17 with Nolan Arenado. At number 16, we have Freddie Freeman with his Bowman Chrome Superfractor. This sold for $39,600, just short of the $40,000 mark. This one has an 8 grade with a 9 autograph. I think that's pretty close to a 10. If it was me, I probably wouldn't have graded the autograph if it was going to be a 9. But either way, I think this is a great card, and Freddie Freeman overall, his Bowman Chrome autographs are tough to find. mind, it does not have the first designation because his first Bowman Chrome base card, I believe, came out in 2006, but in 2009 was his first Bowman Chrome auto. At number 15, we have Rafael Devers. His Superfractor went for significantly more than Freddie Freeman's, about double, upwards of $78,500 sold in 2021, which is a pretty mind-numbing sale, to be honest with you. Devers is a fantastic player as well, but that type of money is saved for some of the best in the game. So we'll see what happens with this price. I'd be interested to see what it would sell for on today's market. At number 14, we have Mookie Betts. This was with his Bowman Chrome Superfractor autograph. I did include his Red Refractor below it as well as the second most expensive Mookie Betts card ever sold. And that's just because I believe this actually sold before the boom of COVID. And on top of that, Mookie had a great season in 2020, won the World Series, went to the Dodgers. I would have to imagine it would go for more today. We'll look at that compared to other players further in this video. But either way, this one sold for $79,000, and he is number 14 on this list. At number 13, we have Bo Bichette. This is his Bowman Chrome autograph Red Refractor. This one sold for $84,000. That's pretty crazy. That was about, a year and a half ago? Almost 2 years ago at this point. That one seems a bit steep for me. But overall, you never know what happens. Bo Bichette could continue to be great. He led the league in hits 2 years ago in a row. And then this year, he just missed it and missed 30 games. So he's a great hitter. But overall, he hasn't put up any massive sabermetric type seasons yet. And his injury hurt him this last season. So overall, I think he's probably my favorite for like long-term value on the Blue Jays. But Bo Bichette at this price is pretty crazy to compare that to other players. At number 12, we have Clayton Kershaw. This is his Red Refractor Bowman Chrome autograph. This one sold in 2021 for $85,000. Just like the Justin Verlander, really cool card. Started like the whole trend of Bowman Chrome autographs. Mike Trout really helped blow that up in 2009 as well. And we'll talk about him later in this video. But really great Clayton Kershaw. At number 11, we have Francisco Lindor at $102,000, our first six-figure card, and this card sold for that price in May of 2020 in Heritage Auctions, and then we can see it sold 3 years later, 2.5 years later, for $26,000, so about a 75% loss through PWCC Premier. Great card. Lindor, I think, is on a Hall of Fame track. This last year, he had another great year. He's about 47 WAR through his age 29 season. So he still has another year before he even hits his 30s. And so overall, it's still pretty expensive at $102,000. I'd be interested to see on the open market if it would go for more or less than this price. I would guess more based off his performance with the Mets this year, but not by a ton. Who knows? I'm not here to set the market. It'd be interesting to see what it would sell for. At number 10, we have the Wander Franco 2019 Bowman Chrome autograph Red Refractor. I included this card because I wanted to show you how crazy prospecting gets and how excited people get and how it can be detrimental to your wallet. This Wander Franco is obviously not worth this price right now in this moment with all the allegations against him. And if we look, that's double the price of the Lindor, the Kershaw, the Bichette, the Betts, everybody below him. People paid $193,000 through Golden for this card. On top of that, the actual Superfractor sold in a private sale. I don't know what that sold for, but I have to imagine that it was for more than this. So this is a public sale, but the Superfractor has changed hands a few different times, and it's just tough. Prospecting can be a challenge, and it can be pretty dangerous, as we can see with Wander Franco. One thing I want to point out as well, here are some more Wander Franco sales that are pretty crazy. This is the Red Shimmer for $61,000. Here is a not first Bowman Chrome base card. This isn't even the first one of his cards, sold for $61,000, and his first edition 1 of 1 sold for $78,000 on auction. All of these are pretty crazy sales. But let's jump back into the top 10. At number 9, we have Fernando Tatis Jr. with his 2016 Bowman Chrome autograph Red Refractor out of 5. This is $241,000 in September of 2020. This one obviously has probably taken a little bit of a haircut due to his PED suspension and a couple other factors like his bat wasn't as good last year. He is a Platinum Glove winner, which we never thought we'd say about Tatis, especially in the outfield, but he deserved to win that Platinum Glove, and I'm excited for him. And I think he could have a really great offensive bounce back season next year. But overall, this one did sell for $241,000. At number 8, we have Julio Rodriguez. This is the 2019 Bowman Chrome autograph Red Refractor for $276,000. We're getting really high up in the price ranges here. This one sold basically last year during his rookie season when he was at his peak. And again, I don't know if this would go for the open market, but I'd love to see how this would sell. I imagine it would not be this high with the recent Acuna and Bryce Harper Superfractor sales prices, which we'll talk about momentarily. At number 7, we have the Juan Soto Bowman Chrome Autograph Orange Refractor out of 25. This sold for $300,000 private sale. It is actually a green check mark by Card Ladder, which means they say it actually happened. If you want to go to his next most expensive, it was his Red Refractor PSA 7 out of 5. That one sold for $273,000. Either way, that's a lot of money for an out of 25 Juan Soto card. It is jersey numbered if that's your cup of tea. Seems pretty expensive just for a jersey number. But overall, Juan Soto's market, it was steep heading into 2022, and obviously Juan Soto has a very high ceiling. Let's hope he can achieve that high ceiling in the future. At number 6, surprisingly, we have Shohei Ohtani. He is not higher on this list. I wonder if that's because he has 2 Bowman Chrome autographs. This is the pitching version, plus he has a hitting version that came out later. But this pitching version, this is the Red Refractor, sold for $312,000 with a 9 grade and a gorgeous 10 autograph. And this one sold in 2021 through auction. I would love to see any of the Red Refractors or any of the Superfractors. I don't think we've ever seen a public sale of those, at least not since he's been himself, Ohtani, with his really high card prices. But either way, this card did go for $312,000. I'd have to imagine be worth more than that in the future with how hot Ohtani has been. But we'll have to see what happens when he gets on a new team. Maybe we'll see some of these cards surface on the auction market. At number 5, we have Aaron Judge. This one sold in May of 2022 when Judge was just starting that hot streak, and then he had the hot streak afterwards. So you'd have to imagine if the seller sold later, what if type thing, it could potentially be $1 million card. But I don't think he feels too bad because he got $324,000 for this card, which is pretty crazy for the Judge. Just like the Cray, it does not have the first Bowman Chrome logo right here. This is his first Bowman Chrome card, but they didn't do it in 2013 again for some reason. At number 4, we have Ronald Acuna Jr. This is his Superfractor Bowman Chrome autograph, PSA 9 with a really strong autograph. It looks great. It's a great looking card, and this one sold for $430,000 through a private sale, but it was released publicly through Golden, I believe, through Ken Golden's platform. And that sold for $430,000. This went on auction and did not hit the reserve price, and then later it came out as a private sale, and that's where we're seeing this one now for about $500,000 for this particular card. I'm surprised it didn't go for more, especially the season he just had being Ronald Acuna Jr. on the Braves and all this as well. But either way, it's still a mind-numbing amount of money. This is a house right here, but it is a gorgeous Acuna card. And at number 3, we have Bryce Harper just edging out Ronald Acuna Jr. In 2022, in November, this one sold for $432,000 for his Bowman Chrome Superfractor autograph. 1 year later, almost to the day, it actually took a little bit of a haircut, down to $420,000. I'm guessing this card right here was actually based off of that Bryce Harper price, and then this Bryce Harper sold just a few days later for $420,000. That is Bryce Harper's most expensive baseball card. At number 2, surprisingly, we have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at $552,000 through PWCC Premier Auction in April of 2022 for his BGS 10 Red Refractor. Pretty crazy to see him this high above other players. Obviously, the market's changed since when this sold for Vlad, as well for baseball cards in general. But obviously this one would not be going for this price, as the Acuna and the Bryce Harper, both of the reigning NL National League MVPs, Bryce Harper in 2022, Acuna in 2023, they sold for less than this card. And Vlad has had a tough last few years, I'd say, in 2022 and 2023 compared to what his hopes were. But either way, this is Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s most expensive card sale. And at number 1, we have the Mike Trout Bowman Chrome Autograph Superfractor 1 of 1. This card sold on Golden Auction for $3,840,000 back in August of 2020. Vegas Dave did time that well. We also did see last October the Red Refractor at a 5 sell for $1.08 million. So we've seen multiple 7-figure sales from Mike Trout, which is pretty crazy to see. But overall, I would love to know what this card would go for on auction. It's still really important to the hobby, but obviously Mike Trout hasn't been fully healthy for a while. And, Ohtani is leaving the Angels potentially. There's a lot going on with this card. Either way, that is the number 1 active current player that has the most expensive baseball card ever sold. Let me know in the comments down below which one surprises you the most and which one you think would be worth a lot more or a lot less if it were to hit the market today. And I will see you in the next video.